just to make that clear.
Thank you, Gerald. That TTS came in while you were making your point about body count. You were saying what? Can you just repeat what you said?
I've just seen the men and women in my life really suffer from it. Really, feeling like it defined them, and my audience was like, please don't talk about that, and so I'm gonna honor that.
What do you mean they suffered? What do you mean?
So I've seen like the men in my life feel like they're not worth anything because it's like, oh, you haven't slept with a woman, or like, you're not valid until you have had that. I've heard like my dad say that to my other family members, and yeah, and then with like the women in my life, like them being like, oh, oh my God, like if it's higher than one, like, I don't know. I don't want to like promote that. Like,
promote what?
The idea that, it negates all of your qualities.
So you would object if a guy was like, this woman is otherwise cool and great and everything, but she slept with 100 men. You think that would be wrong for him to filter her out?
Hell no. You got the right for plausible deniability, especially if you gotta make this girl your woman. Ain't no way. Look, man. Men don't want to be with women who slept with more than 10 men. For real. Even 5, really, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being nice.
That's sole basis.
If he doesn't want to be with her because of that, that's his prerogative. That's fine. But it's more about like the personal shame.
What? I wonder if this is, and maybe Andrew has thoughts on that. I wonder if this whole like, well, it's their preference. They're allowed to have their preference. I wonder if that's a bit of an evasion to this question, because do you have an issue with the preference?
Right.
Because we can sit here and say, well, I'm fine with people having the preference. They can have the preference.
Yeah.
But do I take issue with the preference?
Well, part of my value of acceptance isn't just accepting things that align with my view.
She definitely got an issue with it, bro. I mean, she looked uncomfortable. Most of the girls look uncomfortable. And then you could just tell the girls with high body count, bro. They be feeling uncomfortable about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing wrong with feeling the way about it, because yeah, like damn, dudes don't want me because I got bodies, but at the same time you gotta accept it. You've been through this. It's like men gotta accept the fact that women don't like broke dudes. Women don't like short guys. Women don't like men that don't have nothing going on. Women don't like men. We gotta accept that. So you just gotta accept the fact that men don't like women with high body count. And then you gotta be high. You can have one body and dude might not like it.
I also accept that people have different views, because if we all thought the same, like, what the heck would life even be? Have you guys seen WALL-E, show of hands? It'd be like WALL-E. We'd all be just sitting around, like, looking at screens, like, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. What's your body count?
And just to clarify, this is like in your whole life, not 18, not just 18 plus.
Whole life, yeah.
Okay. 23.
Okay. What about you?
Wait.
11.
5.
1, the man I had a baby with.
Just one?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have sex with me.
Okay.
6.
6.
I'm gonna evade the question.
I'm avoiding it only because my son said it, but it wasn't a lot. Because I was married for 10 years.
That's the real number. No, sometimes people are just not comfortable due to religious backgrounds. Brian, have you ever had?
You can't be claiming religion, bro, and having sex outside of marriage. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Answered this question?
How many body counts you, Brian?
I have not answered this question.
Come on, so answer now.
I'm a virgin.
I don't believe it. Stop.
I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin,
How many long labia you had?
Can you give us a range?
Between, the girls that come on that. Between 0 and 1,000. That's the range.
Same.
Playboy alert.
Yeah. Could be 0. It could be 1,000. You know, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Well, I'm trying to think here. Oh, should we do? I want to do the bow video. Do we still have bow video 2.0 pulled up? Do we have 2.0? I think we should have 2.0. We'll do 1.0 and 2.0. So the first one features my ex-girlfriend.
Your ex who you've never slept with, huh?
That's right. Yeah. All right. So this is my ex-girlfriend. This is what I expect. These are my expectations in a girlfriend.
No audio.
There's no audio. All right. Boom. Huge bow. Do you see that bow? That's what I expect.
She's not really a
girl.
girlfriend, is she?
A girl, she's got to hit the bow. If she doesn't hit the bow, she doesn't get the plow. Oh, I just made that up.
That was good.
That was a good one, boys. If she doesn't hit the bow, she doesn't get the
Everyone
plow.
clapped.
Look, she's already got my dinner ready, my noodles, my beer ready to go. I had to scold her for those tomatoes, though.
She looks like she's terrified, Brian.
Yeah.
That's how I
Thumbs
keep
up, people in China.
people in check. Okay, play it one more time. Just like the bow part, though. Just the quick bow. Just hit the play button. Yeah. Boom. Huge bow. So going around the table, would you be willing to bow for your man
If I loved him, yeah.
Yeah.
for a second date?
For a second
He's
date.
like, hey, I really like you. I need a bow though.
If it was like funny, like I wouldn't bow out of like respect off the second date.
Okay, but you would do it eventually. Okay, what about you?
Lying.
Would you hit a bow?
If he asked me directly, I would say no.
Your fiance?
Like at few date. No.
You're
Wait.
engaged, right?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant the same question
Oh.
for me at second date.
Let's just say your current
Oh.
fiance.
Yes. If he asked me, like,
You-
not as a joke, like I would.
Action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruby, you'd hit the bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's kind of.
Would you hit the bow?
Nope.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Hit the bow?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
You wouldn't hit the bow?
No.
No, why not?
No.
No bow?
No. He's not bowing for me, right?
Oh my God.
Like you wouldn't do like
What's wrong with that?
one thing just to make him happy.
Or is it just a one?
Most women don't want a man bowing for them. They want a confident man, not a nigga kissing their ass.
Are you saying, or is it every time I greet him?
I don't think
I
this whole
feel-
like tit for tat thing. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's like
Like, you wanna make
like here,
fun
you've
of
been
it all.
here. Check this out. What I don't understand is y'all girls will be like, well, I suck his dick, so he should suck my dick. It's like, hold on. What? You know, it's not fair.
You got offended when I asked if you would bow.
Oh, I wasn't offended.
Okay.
But no, I wouldn't. Actually, wait,
Not
me and Andrew
attractive
got
when
into
a
that
man
last show. Andrew, we're going to have a fucking round 2 on the bow debate, by the way. I don't know if we have time tonight, but
Not
one of these
attractive
days-
if a man bow at all.
Thank you. Thank you.
one of these days, Andrew would not do it for the perfect woman. Not perfect, whatever.
Man.
Would you hit the bow?
That's my boyfriend. I'm playful. Yeah.
You do it? Okay, Sheena?
If you
Nope.
respect me and have
You
sex with me every day, yes.
Why you even have to say that? I
Okay.
think the men that don't respect.
So
you.
you're the only one who wouldn't hit the bow. Why wouldn't you hit the bow?
It just wouldn't be genuine. If it's a joke and he knows it's a joke, then yes, I would. But in a genuine way, no.
Like in a playful, genuine
Yeah, I
way.
agree with that. Like playfully.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Well, then yes.
That's how you think of that
Like just that? That's it?
But seriously, that's weird. That's
Wow,
like
why is it weird?
no, if you're making a series, that's something you would do like for religious purposes. You
They
know,
do it in many
great-
countries.
For
like
respect.
for respect.
Respect in China. Yeah.
But in a lot of Arab
That's
countries, the
good.
women do it.
Yeah, it's like calling him
Like
like
playful.
Asian or
Yeah, I mean
something.
that's cute.
In a lot of countries, they do.
Like I think some countries they kiss cheeks or something. In China, if it's someone you respect,
do kiss their feet, I think, or
no, that's actually in India. Yeah, because my ex was Indian. But yeah, and then China bow. Yeah.
In the Arab world, they kiss the hand of the man and put the head like this.
Or
They
like that,
respect-
yes.
Yeah.
What's weird to me, I mean, most of you said you would do the bow, but you wouldn't do the bow.
I said not genuinely.
Not genuine.
In a playful way, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if this is the case for you, but like we've had girls on the panel who are like, I would not do the bow for a man. And a lot of women would say that. And I'm like, but you'll let him hit within 30 minutes of meeting? It's like, really, son? You won't do the bow, or you won't cook, or you won't do this. You won't like fold his laundry, but you'll let him like blast on your face. It's very confusing. I'm confused. You know? Like you'll let him fuck you behind a dumpster. You know, you'll let him fuck you behind the dumpster in the 7-Eleven.
Maybe if you say it more, like, you'll get a reaction.
I mean, I'm not gonna bow for my man like every day. That's crazy. But I would definitely do it in a playful manner, like, because I want to laugh. You know, I think it's funny. Like, it's coming.
That's like a man saying, I want to go out and make money for my girl every day. That's the type of shit that they saying when they say they won't bow for their man or cook for their man. Bro, it's called reciprocation.
But if you want me to do all that extra, the way that girl bend in the video, I'm not doing that.
The
Yeah, like her,
like
her
the
head.
bow.
I mean, those are,
Damn,
That was
touch her
the
knees.
yeah, that's the deep bow. You can't do a poverty bow.
Oh, you
Oh my god, you would get beat in China if you did like a little.
No, you can't do the hat bow.
No, you might as well not do it at all.
You might as well.
It's actually
disrespectful.
humiliating. Yeah,
You can't just do the little mini bow.
No,
You
you have
can't
to
do
go
it.
full 90 degrees.
Full 90.
Yeah.
That's respect.
Yeah, like I know they would love you in China. Like,
Oh, okay.
Can I go?
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
See you later, guys. Oh, bye.
Wait, just stay for. We're gonna wrap soon.
Okay, then
Can you stay?
they're gonna go.
Wait, what?
My ride.
You gotta stay for the roast session. Just is it an Uber?
No, it's my son and he's giving me a hard time.
Oh.
Oh, is he watching right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, no, but he needs to do something in the morning and we had an accident with 2 cars, so.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I want to know, Brian, why do you be wanting the girls not to leave? I always wonder that. Why? Like, if they need to go, let them go.
So I'll just have you.
Usually I can stay.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But this whole you won't do the bow. You won't do the bow. But like these girls, they won't do the bow, but they'll like let a guy give them like a Cleveland steamer after like that night. It's just like confusing. I don't get it.
I think it's feminism's gone a bit
That's what it is.
wild in terms of where women now are taking the worst parts of men and just acting like the worst parts of men. Like, yeah, it's cool to sleep around. It's there.
Both genders
But
are
I
doing
also
that.
won't.
It's like actually so insane, the us versus them idea. I was literally hosting friends one time. I walk into a room, this guy is there watching Elliot Rodgers things. He's like, oh, all women are this, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dang. And then I walk into the living room and this girl's like, all men are this, like all men are horrible. And it's like, who's right? I don't think either of them are right. What I see is, I see these people who just want to love and be loved in a world that they don't trust, in a world that they're scared of, like, they're hurt, you know? I don't think that...
Women out here having sex at an early age, earlier than they ever had before. Well, no, not really, but women out here having sex with men indiscriminately, but talking about it's just love. Man, shut the fuck up.
We need to like be fighting at each other's necks, like, oh, women are terrible, they're just like extremists, like all men are terrible. Like, I think that people are people, and
If you a woman, you are acting like a man and moving like a man and behaving like a man, you are terrible.
that we should just...
Wow, that was beautiful.
I
So beautiful.
do think
I'm
culture.
touched.
Thank you.
But it doesn't answer the question as to
Yeah.
why you won't bow for a man, but you'll let him like
Exactly.
come on your face.
Exactly.
Well, I wouldn't know because that's not like my person. That's like not my...
But like a lot of women, there are a lot of
That
women
hair.
who would do that. I'm not saying women at this table,
Right.
but there are a lot of women who would have that kind of.
What did you say?
I said
Oh.
she was like. You said you wouldn't do that because she was saying, like, oh, they wouldn't bow, but they'd let a guy come on their face, and you're like, I don't do that. And I was like, oh, you prefer it in the hair.
Oh my god! Everyone laugh! You got the whole squad laughing. Okay. I mean, I could only speculate, like, why. So, I don't know.
Well, I think it is to do with just feminism and media and.
What does that have to do with feminism?
Well, because feminism's gone too far.
Bro, that junk irritate me, bro, when females be acting like they don't know what the fuck somebody talking about when they talking about feminism, bro. You know what they mean when they bring up feminism went too far. You know they saying that all this sexual liberation stuff, you know what I'm saying, is, oh, I can do whatever a man can do. That's a whack ass mindset to have, bro, because women should not be doing what men doing. Period.
Women are acting like men, but they're acting like pigs. They're not acting like good men.
Well, what does feminism have to do with a woman not wanting to bow but getting stuff in her face.
Well, because that, modern women are going out sleeping with lots of men and then not being submissive to men at all.
Brian,
Yeah.
I got to roll out a little early too. I have a Vespers in the morning I got to get to. But I'm going to do a raid over to your channel.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. I appreciate it.
It was nice to meet all of you guys. Thanks for the spirited conversation. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew. Andrew, I got to talk to you tomorrow about something if you have some time. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Andrew. Thank you so much for joining, man. Appreciate the incoming raid. Thank you. Thank you. Hope you have a good night, Andrew. All right. Any final thoughts here? We're going to do a roast session, then we're going to wrap up the show. So any final thoughts? Any topics you guys want to hit on that maybe we didn't get to touch on? Or
I have a question. I don't know if it's just me, but you guys, do you feel like there's kind of a lot of division between both genders? I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of, it's just sad to see, because I feel like if we had more respect for each other, there'd be a lack of this discourse of like, I hate women, I hate men.
No, men got way more respect for women than women have respect for men. Like, let's get that out of the way right now.
I'm like, I think at the end of the day, truthfully, we just want like respect and love from each other.
I think the battle of the sexes has been going on for so long. Like, it makes me wonder if
it's ever gonna get better.
No. If it makes me wonder if like humans living in like society, like modern day society, will ever even overcome that, or if it'll just be like a eternity long battle.
I think it'll be an eternity long
Like,
battle.
yeah.
I feel like the roles are so intertwined nowadays. It's just like everyone's saying, okay, you need to act like a man, and they're saying you need to act like a female or a woman and be feminine. And then men are very feminine nowadays, and women are very masculine. So it's kind of just like, just a hot mess, honestly. It's kind of like you gotta ride whatever wave you're on and just choose wisely.
by the way, guys, TTS is now $20. We have a $20 TTS. We're going to do the roast session, then we're going to wrap the show. So if you guys want to get in a roast, a TTS, it's now $20. If you want to, sorry to interrupt, if you want to continue with your point.
Oh, no, I think I finished.
Mm-hmm. Did anybody else want to weigh in on her question? Oh.
Grant me out XD donated $20.24. All the talking over each other earlier gave me such a headache. Much respect for both Brian and Andrew.
Meow, thank you so much for the $20 TTS. Really appreciate it. AB Shack, thank you for the gifted 20 memberships. You're a legend, dude. Thank you so much, man. Good to see you in the chat. Thank you, man. Big 20 gifted. Thank you so much, man. So yeah, TTS is 20. If you want to get a roast in, I mean, you can roast her, 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 roast her. Don't roast Anissa though. She got it a little bad last time.
Oh.
The roasting. And now you can roast her too.
Vector donated $20. Chair 2 is a popcorn generator. Can I get brewer's yeast with that? No, I don't want your infection. While I love Asians, you are not my Asian. However, thank you for the entertainment.
It was entertaining.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Are we just going all the roasts? Are we allowed to react?
You can respond, absolutely.
I've never gotten STD or STI, and you're welcome for the entertainment. That is my goal.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm looking at it. Okay, that was a brain fart on my part. I was like waiting for you to say something, but yeah. So if you guys want $20 TTS, we're doing the roast session. Oh, let's play Bow video too. Luis, thank you for the gifted 10 memberships. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. You're a legend, Luis. I think you sent in a bunch last show, so thank you, man. Bow video 2. Let's do Bow video 2. I forget that's the thing I wanted to pull up. I'm going to pause the TTS just temporarily, just so we can let that play. And I think no audio. I'm pretty sure we want no audio on this one. Yeah. So this is kind of like upgraded a little bit, but then there's a twist. No sound. No sound. All right. Can you, or wait, Carol. I mean, I think this is great too. This is great too. I think this is how it should be. Oh, wait, what? What
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
fuck?
You
Hold
can
on,
tell
bro.
I know this couple in LA.
Bruh, that's crazy, bruh. That just happened. See, this is how they want it. They want the roles to be reversed. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if people want to reverse roles and do that in their relationship, that's on them. But it would not be happening up under my watch.
That's
Well, he still got his bow though.
the first half of that.
Still got his
The first half was good. The first half was good, but the rest was not good. Would any of you do that? Like kneel, take his shoes off?
I actually used to take off my boyfriend's shoes when he came home because it was just funny because his feet are huge. It was like impossible. But he would also take off my shoes.
Word. That's cool. I kind of criticize her technique a little bit though because she was touching the underside of the shoe. Like there's a way you could take the shoe off without like
You do the heel.
you grab from the top, you know. So, all right.
I think
like the video, guys.
the idea of the first part of the video, I think, is no different from a girl being like, look, I have this nice guy that drives me around and he bought me a handbag. You know, it's like kind of like, I don't think it's any different, but people seem to go crazy when they see a woman submitting to a man. But if it were a woman making a TikTok, my boyfriend drives a sports car and he picks me up and opens the door for me and all that kind of stuff, you know,
Yeah, like
that would be fine. That would, you know, that wouldn't even go viral.
Yeah.
I feel like we see that meme a lot, like with the girls, but it's like only when the guy's literally doing everything that you want, you know? Like I make jokes like that. I was like, I'll do all this for him so long as he's like what I want in a man.
I mean, I don't know if this is like the point that Brian's getting at, but sometimes it really just is for content and entertainment purposes. Like, I think like the
Sometimes
couple
it's
had
not
a
even that
lot of
serious.
fun. I don't know if they do that every day, but I think they had a lot of fun making that video. I would have a lot of fun making that video with my fiance.
I think it's a bit deeper though, because I think if women in general just, I think when I say, you know, when I was referring to feminism earlier and I say it's gone too far, I think if women just pulled back a bit and women were a bit more submissive and offered that, it would then force men to be better partners and think, well, actually, I want one of those women that will sort of cook for me and stuff, but in return, you know, she wants me to sort of open the door for her and be polite and, you know, not be vulgar in front of her and stuff like that. And it would then generate, you know, better value men rather than kind of men not having any responsibility. They can do what they want, women can do what they want, and nothing matters and all that kind of stuff.
I think it would enable more respect between genders, honestly.
Yeah.
And like the plot twist at the, you know, and the plot twist where he's cooking, if there were like a video where, you know, maybe it's like a guy's buying a girl handbags in the sports car, like you said, but then she goes back home and is bowing and, you know, serving her food, and then he's cooking. Like, wouldn't that be an interesting plot twist? Like, would it be so controversial as this one?
Well, yeah, I feel like men on, you know, treating those women that are getting that lifestyle from men on the women who are like acting wild, like on social media and stuff, and on the women who are like shouting at him or saying you need to do this and I won't do this and saying no to him all the time and stuff like that. They're probably like very nice partners.
I will say social media is kind of a lie. A lot of people making a lot from stuff like Instagram and TikTok. It's very different from when you meet them in person.
Rage rate. I think that's what it's called. Like rage bait. That's
Oh, rage bait, yeah.
Like that. It's like to trigger people.
Yeah,
that's
to
why
get
don't
engagement.
don't take it seriously. It's kind of like this like podcast. It's rage bait.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew
why
that
I'm
going
here.
in, and I was like, you're gonna get hate.
Hold on. Let's explore that claim. So, what is Rage Bait about the podcast?
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Rage bait.
Why don't you actually articulate your argument?
Okay, so you feel like there's moments where I think even the girls can agree there's like moments of hostility, and that's like to cause rage bait amongst the viewers.
Never seen no hostility with Brian. Never seen nobody he brung on hostile. None of the guys, bro. It's always usually the women. You know what I mean? Like I never seen nobody go crazy on the show. So for her to say that is bullcrap. The problem is why it's rage baiting is because women can't handle the truth. That's it.
Like your facial expressions, like they tell it all.
Yeah,
Anybody who has like eyes can see like, okay, body language, it's telling even when you say nothing.
Like
I can
bringing
see
up the
even more-
KKK and Hitler, bro. Like,
Yeah. And I was thinking even
you were like Sorry. And you also like have done troll answers and then like caught yourself, but you're like
I did one troll answer.
yeah, but
well,
think
Hitler
about
was
the whole
doing his
troll
job,
answers
like-
that you didn't identify.
I mean, that's how you get
To
views,
make it-
though.
Yeah, to make it
So,
more
Okay,
simple,
hold on.
like why don't you
I
just
can't really
bring
do
Rachel every
I
time?
can't really do a 3v1, so let's go over your claims here. Okay, so your claims are what?
rage bait. That's literally all Google is
Rage
about.
bait.
Yeah, Google
Okay,
it.
articulate it.
It's pretty, like I said, self-explanatory.
No, it's not self-explanatory.
What's the
Here, I'll
meaning of
Google it.
rage? And then what's the meaning of bait? It's like a test.
Here,
to
I'll
see if
I'll
somebody's
Google
gonna
it.
get
I'll Google the definition, and you tell me if you agree with the definition.
Okay.
Rage baiting is a manipulative tactic used to get people to react emotionally to content, usually with the goal of increasing engagement and revenue.
Yeah, so like people use rage bait titles, so titles that are kind of like, whoa. And that's more like clickbait. It's pretty similar to what rage bait like encompasses.
But are you saying that you're being sort of tricked into coming on here for rage bait? Or
No. That's
No,
what
I think
said.
she meant the way that the content is marketed.
That's how the show
Like
is.
for example, like knowing your audience is like traditional males, you purposely, it's like strategy to bring feminists and adult workers and stuff, and then have titles like misandrist, toxic, blah 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 blah. Like
we're talking
You
about
literally
things that-
are a misandrist.
And then why do
How is that-
why do I love my fiance and in the past my exes? I was very.
Isn't this the same
serious.
argument of like, well, I have one black
I
man,
never
so
said
I
you
can't
are.
be racist?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that the exact same argument?
Um.
I have a black friend, therefore I'm
I've
not racist.
loved multiple men in the past, like different
So?
exes.
So?
Not at the same time, but I don't discriminate against men for being men. Like I just truly, I wouldn't have even met my fiance if I were someone to just jump to the conclusion.
there's
Oh, you're a
too
man, you're
too
toxic.
many competing claims here, so let's go back to you. Can you actually articulate how the podcast is rage bait? Because you're saying, well, Brian, you get angry. Well, me being like frustrated or angry by what's going on in the podcast, that might be, you might consider that like me being angry. I don't see what that has to do with a rage bait.
No, I didn't say those moments. Like,
Okay, but you
that
said I
can
make
talk-
faces.
That can, yeah, that's normal. Body language.
You made faces all night too. Cool. We both
Yeah.
made faces. Are you rage baiting?
You could say so.
Okay, I wouldn't say you're rage baiting just because you have a facial expression, but can you actually articulate how I or the podcast rage baits?
Titles of videos. I can't look. I mean, I'm not really.
I mean, if the titles accurately describe the content,
But you're smart
Is it
enough to
rage
know
baiting?
that what you do,
is what?
allures a certain type of audience that is in your
Ooh,
favor.
well, what type of audience does it allure? Why don't you tell me?
You tell me. I'm not.
No. You made the claim. It's your job
I
to tell
haven't
me.
done enough research on.
No, but you made the claim. You cannot. You made the claim, so why don't you tell me?
No, I'm just saying I feel like there's maybe moments, like I sense that there's moments in the time that like I've seen the girls speak, you speak and interact. I can't give you an example from the top of my head.
No.
She trying to sugarcoat it. What she really want to say is you trying to draw in an audience of men that hate women. That's what she want to say. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm saying. They can't tell the truth, and you can't tell them the truth because the truth is just not in them. The truth is like kryptonite, bro. You know what I'm saying to them? Like from them saying it to you telling it to them. Either way it go. Vice versa. That shit just don't. In their brain, you know what I'm saying? They gotta sugarcoat shit. So they gotta kind of like beat around the bush or like make a claim and then don't necessarily say exactly what they trying to say. They want to try to talk around it. And that's gonna be frustrated with me. Men just want to be direct about stuff and be straightforward and be honest. Like, but when you start saying something and then don't stand on it, you know what I'm saying? They want to beat around it or try to maneuver the conversation around what you asked or what you were trying to say from the beginning. That junk is frustrating, bro. Like, men don't want to kind of deal with that old jumping around conversation shit and trying to figure out exactly what you're saying. I mean, you don't even want to be straightforward about what you're saying because you don't like how it might come off or you might think we might feel a type of way. Men don't be in their feelings as much as women do. So you can say something to us that we might not like, but we ain't gonna get in our feelings about it. We just be like, damn. I might not like it, but it's true.
You made a claim about the audience, so what is your claim about the audience?
All I said was that like you know your audience and you know what type of titles or content allures to your audience. A smart business person would do that.
That's not the same as like clickbait though, and sort of being deceptive and manipulative. It's just, so I know what you mean. I've seen titles of shorts that will say, feminist this, but like that is literally just like a descriptive title that is short and gets attention. It's not going to be very reasonable, rational woman has a calm conversation with Brian, because it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just comparing like little clips on TikTok or something to something minuscule, like a clip from here,
I know what you mean, like a little bit like taking the highlight reels because it's engaging, it's exciting for people to watch in 10 seconds versus scrubbing through the podcast and finding the like exciting parts, and then having like on the TikTok sometimes like captions or whatever to make it exciting.
But that's
So
not
again, you're going to have to actually explain what's the actual claim here. I'm still a little confused how it's rage baiting.
I didn't say this podcast was rage baiting. I was giving a small comparison of rage bait moments. Like if I put a clip of like 10 seconds on this podcast that will allure somebody, that's kind of, you could pick a moment that will.
Isn't this just common in all forms of entertainment?
Yeah,
like if there's a highlight
that's
reel,
what I'm trying to make a
if
point
there's a
of.
highlight reel of a football game, they're not going to make a highlight of all the downtime and all the timeouts.
Yeah.
They're going to show the touchdown. They're going to show some really good tackle. So if there's an exciting, entertaining moment on the podcast,
That's not rage bait.
of course that's going to be what gets clipped. But I'm a little confused. Okay, well, I don't think you've really articulated your point, but I mean, I'm open to hearing it out if you want to try.
I don't know. I think maybe it's being taken out of context. I just try to make like a comparison between a small clip maybe that you could put here versus a small clip comparing like to another video online. I'm not saying the encompasses of your entire content is that. I'm just giving examples.
And so just to be clear, the entire claim is it's rage bait.
What claim? That this?
I'm just gonna let the TTS come through. Yo guys, TTS is 20 if you want, get it in.
Donated $20. Brian, had to give you 20 just for dealing with this panel. Chair one's mental gymnastics to dodge questions is absolutely mind-numbing. Props on your patience, Brian.
Yo, J-Nitch, thank you, man, appreciate
Edwin
it.
Johnson donated $20. Be careful, lady, to not sneeze so your faces don't slide off. Andrew and Brian keep up God's work by showing the delusion these women live in.
Yo, Ethan, thank you, man, appreciate the TTS, thank you so much, man.
Reality blown underscore on underscore X donated $20.69. These dumb slopes started attacking me the second Andrew left. It wasn't rage bait. It was women who can't fight their own positions because they're illogical. You all sound pathetic, especially you.
Dariel underscore Frank
Thank you, Reality. Appreciate it.
512 donated $20. Any man that sits in a room with 6 dumbasses would make faces. Who? Male side.
Boy. Yeah, the real Frank Castle, thank you for the TTS. Yeah, look, man, I mean, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that I'm not disclosing at the moment, but perhaps might be disclosed in coming shows. But and in addition to that, I mean, look, doing these shows twice a week. Look, you're trying to put on a production. People don't have the same standard of professional conduct as you do. It gets very frustrating, and I get tilted. You know, we got people running late. I want to credit those of you who did arrive on time. I believe you were on time. You were on time. You were on time. I think you were on time. Late, and then late. Frustrating. Because if the show starts late, I get all the flack for it. And if it was up to me, we would probably be able to start these shows at 4:45. Should everybody actually show on time, but they don't, it delays the start of the show. That's obviously frustrating for me. I want to get the show out on time. People don't listen to the pre-show instructions. No offense to most of you. Half of you were on your phone, despite Austin, who was very polite to all of you, saying, hey guys, I have to give you pre-show instructions for 10 minutes. Please listen. You were taking a story. The rest of you were on your phone. Sheena was on her phone. There's a bunch of stuff that's like just annoying that goes on behind the scenes. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I wanted to ask, do you do the podcast so late because people won't come to it earlier?
Well, I mean, people have work. So, I mean, 4 p.m. Meet time is 4 p.m. We go live at 5 p.m. Actually, we used to do 6 p.m. meet time, go live at 7
Okay.
for some of our earlier episodes. But I thought that was too late, so.
Oh, I forgot not everybody's going to be like full-time social media and stuff, so people come from normal jobs.
Yeah, so if you have a normal job, like we figure it might be more possible for somebody to come in like at 4 versus like if we did the shit at noon.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a bigger hurdle for getting guests.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have jobs or school or, something. So, yeah. Let's see what else we have. Guys, final call if you guys want to get your TTS in. But let's see. Final call. I'll put it. Is it actually going to be a short-ish show?
I feel like that's so weird. You guys thought I was trolling. Like, you guys were, or like,
you kind of.
Rachel actually got upset. Like, she started calling me names because she couldn't even defend her position.
Wait, she couldn't defend her position?
Or she couldn't.
Ariel_Frank Castle 512 donated $20. So they make themselves sound stupid on live, and then blame you for being clipped. I'm watching live from NYC. It's almost 3 a.m. Vector donated $20.
Yo, Vector, thank you.
Lady, can you say the word no? Brian, did you know that the British voice mostly used by your donations is called Brian?
I do know that the voice it's the Brian voice. It's called Brian. Thank you, Vector. Can you say no?
Well, do they want me to be like, no? Like, do they want it like British? Or is it like a question of...
They don't say nar?
Did anybody hear that?
Yeah.
That was peculiar.
That was up, dog.
Well, I think like you know how the Australians say.
Oh no.
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 I don't think the British do it that way.
No.
That's the genuine no.
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like.
You guys like the accents, but everyone always thinks I'm Australian.
We have William. Saris, thank you, man, for the super chat. I don't know what's more annoying, her Valley fake voice or her degen immoral scamming. Both. Thank you, William. Appreciate it, man. $20 TTS if you guys want to get it in. Yeah, look, I mean, what was I going to say? I forgot. Oh, I was definitely tilted tonight. Like, I fucked up. I shouldn't have got so tilted, but it is what it is. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, so... Anyways, maybe we'll talk about it at some point, but...
Professionalism. Professionalism.
What
do you have different... Wait, hold on. You said, like, there's a lot going on over the scenes, so you got tilted, but it's okay to have this different standard of professionalism that you hold others to?
I'm sorry, what do you mean?
Earlier you were saying, like, oh, some people have different definitions of professionalism, and, that's not great for your, whatever, your flow. Like, that is what you said, right? But you getting tilted, is that beneficial for the show? Like,
no, it's not.
Oh, okay, so you are also working on professionalism. Would you say that?
Yeah, sure. I would certainly agree that being frustrated is unprofessional, but if somebody smacks you in the face and you smack them back and it's on camera, is that professional?
I would never do that at work. I would never.
You wouldn't
Whether it's
defend yourself at work?
Whether it's I'm working for someone else or my company.
Would you let somebody smack you in the face at work?
I wouldn't say come smack me, but if they smack me, I would not.
You wouldn't hit them back?
No.
Okay, well, you and me are different.
Especially if it's on video.
But the difference here, so as a attempt to articulate my point, it's frustrating when you've gone over the rules with people and they continuously defy the rules. They don't listen. Case in point, you were on your phone when Austin over here, who was perfectly polite to you, was trying to go over the pre-show information. And when people are on their phone, when people are on their phone, when my staff, my team, is going over the pre-show information, they don't know how to conduct themselves on the show because they weren't listening. That's what led to the constant. You probably missed the part where we say one microphone at a time. Don't be interrupting each other. Don't have multiple microphones talking. So yes, as somebody who's tries to be orderly. It's frustrating when the guests on the show do not conduct themselves in an orderly way.
Yeah, maybe.
And it frustrates me live, because we are live. If this was pre-recorded, we would just cut out all the tilt. It would just be the content. But it's live, so yeah, you're going to capture the frustration.
It just happened twice, but objectively, I actually do think you guys could like throw in a rule, like just wait 1 second, like after someone finishes, because a lot of us started talking after a pause.
I mean, there was constant like crosstalk and back and forth, or not back and forth, excuse me, like interruptions, and you guys were talking over each other, even though we tell you like one microphone at a time. And there was a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, since we're going into it, like me waiting downstairs for 13 minutes when arriving on time, I didn't really see that as professional. I've never seen that in my tech work. You can go back and see.
Yeah, I'll pull it up on the security camera, but...
Oh, but maybe censor the account.
I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, it's called staging. So I think that has...
You said please arrive at 4 p.m.
Yeah, that has more,
And I was there.
Yeah, that
has
has more.
Someone will, like, okay, I'm like finishing things. Like someone said, send a message and we'll come down and pick you up. Something like that, right? Like I think everyone got that message.
Yeah.
At 4:02, I was like, huh? Where? I went to both doors because I thought maybe I was in the wrong place.
Oh, you went to the wrong door. Yeah.
Yeah, but I went to both doors because I actually misunderstood, because I was like, oh, there's no way they would just leave me on red. I'm here.
You must attack somebody.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
Someone irate.
Right.
Girl math is putting your phone on Do Not Disturb and still checking if he disturbed you.
But what? Yeah.
Men need to toughen up, and I think if men were forced to be homeless, they...
Shout out to Logical Dating, man. We're gonna react to his video for a second and see what the women talking about. You know, the women that's alone. Do they want men now? Let's see.
would learn how to be better men, because that's what made men manly in the past, was having to build houses and stuff. So if we just made men be homeless for like a year, I think it would fix a lot of problems.
That would be so good, especially because we don't force men.
They would just build a house, like all of the other structures that they built before. I didn't want it stupid.
To do military anymore, like they used to. Make them homeless for a year. Let's see how they.
Yeah, make them just figure it out. Make them homeless in a country.
Men have been figuring it out for the longest. And the crazy part about it is, while y'all talking shit, we have been figuring it out for y'all and us at the same time. And the kids. Men have a lot on their plate. Women just gotta really worry about the kids, or they self for the most part. Because a lot of women nowadays don't got kids, and they don't want kids, and they selfish as fuck even when they got kids. So let's kill that junk. Like, men gonna have to go out there and be on the streets and figure it out. We will. It's not that hard.
To where they don't know the language, and that way they really have to go through something, and then maybe they can like be appreciative.
And this is why podcast equipment needs to be regulated. Mini Ruby, Frankie, and Jody Hildebrand on about. Men are forced to be homeless. We live in a capitalist hellscape. I know that you think men hold all the power, but that's like 1% of them, and the rest of them are considered disposable. Think about how many homeless men you have passed on the street in your life, and you want there to be more of them? I'm sorry, when...
It's like D-Day doesn't even exist. It's like Pearl Harbor doesn't even exist. All of these wars that we've fought, where we come out and find out that it wasn't really what the government was saying that it was. There were men out there that were fighting that. What are you talking about right now? And then men still have to sign up for the draft. What are you talking about?
105 million homeless men isn't enough for you? And let me also clarify, you two state that the reason that men are not great is because they haven't suffered enough. You believe that more extensive traumatic suffering would make them more appreciative. Can we please start a GoFundMe to send these ladies back to remedial 4th grade history class? While there were some amazing and prolific female explorers, the vast majority of New World explorers were led by and comprised of men. Specifically, a bunch of barely homeless men traveling to foreign countries and having to learn new languages. Do you understand that the kind of masculinity that you are trying to build in men is the exact toxic masculinity that you complain about? Because you are describing masculinity as who can suffer the most while complaining the least.
I'm going to tell you right now, if I suffered the most and I'm doing most of the work, and then I come out and hear something like this, you better not say nothing to me unless you're working right alongside me, which is what you're going to get as she's talking about. I'm not going to hear anything that you got to say. So be careful what you wish for.
And please use discernment with your demon time because we cannot be giving women like these sons.
Me or a 2023 G-Wagon? Take a look, though.
The wagon.
What do you think?
Definitely G-Wagon.
Yeah.
Okay, didn't even have to think about that one. Okay, what about me or a Honda Civic?
What you
Depends on the Civic.
Like a 1998.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, still on the Civic.
Really? Why?
Just does a lot more than you do.
What do you know what I do?
Don't care.
Bit more people, you know.
Alright, I guess. Whatever, guys. Follow. Me or...
Gotcha. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about women. Well, I know why they do it, because the internet, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, they got dudes on here geeking their head up, whatever you want to call it, boasting them up, and, you know, always in their comments, you know what I'm saying? They could take any picture. Really, they could take a picture of their hand, and the dude would be like, yeah, what's up, baby girl? That hand looking good. I kiss all, lick all over their hand, put that hand in my mouth. You know, they saying shit like that, you know, and they hear stuff like that every day. You can understand why their head is blew up. You can understand why they act the way they act, why they so fucking arrogant and shit. But at the end of the day, just because you get compliments and you get admired and stuff like that, that don't mean you gotta be a fucking brat about it. Or that don't mean you gotta try to like, you know what I'm saying, think you better than everybody else and think everybody wants you. And bro, no. And sometimes the dudes just be on there being thirsty because they just having fun. Sometimes dudes don't even really be thirsty as women try to portray. Like some dudes just go on there and get girls compliments just to be nice. That don't mean everybody wanna. That don't mean every man wants you though. That don't mean every man wanna sleep with you though. That don't mean every man wanna be your boyfriend though. You know what I'm saying? And most guys on the internet, they give you all validation. Only just want to sleep with y'all. Like they don't even really want to take you serious. They don't even got enough money to do nothing for you. So like, and then those guys that you be letting geek your head up, you don't even want them anyway. So it's just stupid.
I think I'm about to get on y'all nerves today.
Mm-hmm.
But ladies, if y'all don't need men, if y'all really feel like y'all don't need men, how would y'all get child support? In fact, if we didn't need them, child support wouldn't even exist.
Not really.
They exist. I mean, it exists because we need the financial support and the cooperation of a man.
You wouldn't even be here. I don't think they even think about that. A lot of the, let's not even say the amenities or any of the structures that were built. A lot of these types of women try to see the world and how that, well, if I was still here, then we wouldn't need men, but I would still want to be here. And they don't follow the logical pattern of how you got here. But they still say this stuff because I guess all of their friends are saying it.
How does this get missed? Y'all just don't be making no sense.
I like men. I've been attracted.
That's a fact. That's one of the reasons why men like fresh and fit. Like when Byron say, we don't really want to hear what y'all got to say. We don't take y'all serious. It's not that he's saying that to be mean. He's saying that because what she just said, the lady a few seconds ago just said, is that a lot of stuff that be coming out of their mouth, it be contradicting. You know what I'm saying? They be double talking, and then it don't even be making any sense. And then in our brain, we be thinking like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we use what you just said in real life? Nothing that comes out of their mouth we can use in real life to get anything done. Men like to be in the mindset of getting things done. Women like to be in the mindset of getting things done for them. That's the difference, bro.
I've dated them.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to imagine at my age and where I am in life a situation where a man adds to my life. Because I feel like when I was a teenager, I feel like they're adding excitement and newness and like occasion. Like if you date someone with a cool hobby, you get to be exposed.
What about adding this meat to your taco? Well, they forget about that part too. Being new put the meat in a taco. You know that, right? So that's adding to your life as also. Unless you want to just run around with a fake meat, then that's stupid. Because at the end of the day, you still using something that a man have. That's the man tool. So if you run around here with a meat in your purse, instead of just having a meat that can walk, talk, and give you entertainment, you stupid.
That
like dating people with really nice families, and it's like I get to enjoy that. And now it's like I've experienced those things. I don't really crave it anymore. Like if I want to hang out with someone, I'll just hang out with my friends. If I want to try a new restaurant, I'll try it with like a friend that I love, you know, rather than getting to know some man. And
It's funny because she's looking dead in the camera. And she's dead serious. And she doesn't know how silly this sounds. I've got the experience in Nice Family. Do you know that you grow old with people? You're going to grow old with your friends, and you would presumably do the same thing with your family. So if they go off and get families, then what are you guys going to be doing? What are you going to be doing? At some point in time, even if you don't get married, you're going to have a family. Well, not a tribe, even if it's not a blood family. Stop this. Please stop this.
like, it's hard not to feel cynical about it, but it's hard for me to imagine a situation.
You need therapy, ma'am.
Where, like, getting to know a random man is going to add to my life. So often it just detracts. Like, even in the best case, I'm losing my free time that I would typically use to, like, make things and, like, read. I don't know. Like, the gain of a love interest is the loss of art for me.
Bruh, let's just keep it real. Modern women, see, this is what I don't like. I ain't gonna say that's what I don't like. This is one of the things that they don't understand. We know what they saying when they even don't even say it out up front. The reason why you don't want a man, and the reason why you don't want to have a relationship with a guy, is because you want all the benefits of having multiple men than just having it in one guy. See, women don't want to tell you men this, but women like to sleep around with different guys, bro. And they definitely like to sleep around with the guys they actually like, which all men know this. We say this all the time. They want to be able to either trade you in. This is the reason why men get dumped all the time on some blindside shit. They either want to trade you in for the next best thing or stay single. That way, they can easily settle for the next best thing that comes along when times, you know what I'm saying, when the seasons change or whenever their emotions change or whatever the case may be. See, it's easy for them to do the transition men in and out when they single than it is to do when they have a boyfriend, because then they gotta like mentally check out, you know what I'm saying, to leave a boyfriend or to cheat on them. And then even if they cheat on the boyfriend, they still feeling guilty about it. See, men can go sleep with a girl and come home to his wife and still love her the same. If a girl go out sleep with a man and come home to her man, she never love him the same because she's too busy thinking about the other nigga that just imprinted on her. That's the difference.
I just don't think I can find that balance yet.
Sounds like a you problem. Do you know what balance is? Do you know that you could and should be doing those things with your partner? Maybe not everything, but maybe you need to spend some time around some happy couples and understand what a relationship looks like.
But anyways, all that to say, I was low-key a boy crazy teenager. Like, I was very obsessed with it.
And then especially cute girls like this girl. Let's just keep it. It's a nice looking young lady. These girls can easily get top quality guys. So the average guy don't got a chance with this girl because she going in her mind, she always gonna be thinking like, damn, even though I like this guy, if anything better come along from this guy, or if a fucking Johnny Depp come along and slide him, whatever the case may be, and he shows me attention, I'm gonna leave this man. And deep down inside, that kind of like mess with women's mental.
Yeah, I have so far grown out of that, and I'm like, dating somebody is just like literally a nightmare. Like the idea of keeping up with someone unless they are adding to my life and I love them, and like there's no settling. And it's good to like be at a point like that, but
girl, go to bed.
Look back and I'm like, I had to make these choices in order to get to this place, but rest assured, if you were a teenager,
all the lights off and go to bed.
Better and easier, and you get cooler, and the guys get more lame. That's basically how it goes.
Girl, good night.
This is for all my single girlies in their late 20s, early 30s. Where are we finding men now? Because the Hinge pool has a lot of pee in it, so I'm certainly not finding anyone there. I'm not on.
Well, a lot of men are at recreation centers, particularly in the swimming area. They could be in the ocean, lakes, whatever pond that you might find. What men are taking up, a lot of them, is swimming lessons, and they're learning how to swim away from problems, swim away from women that don't know what the heck they're talking about and all of the drama. So maybe you can find them there training with Michael Phelps, world-class Olympian swimmer, swimming away from all of this drama.
Bumble or Tinder, and I don't plan to be. I go.
And that's another thing, bro. See, a lot of the reason why they use dating apps because they get to pick and choose the good-looking guys instead of just going out in the real world and giving a guy, the average guy, you know what I'm saying, that comes up to them, that shows them attention, a chance. No, they rather go on online and get these good-looking guys. The only thing these good-looking guys want to do is just go run through them. A good-looking guy, especially if he got his shit together, he don't have to settle for you.
Sometimes, but the quality of men there, typically not the best from what I've experienced, but I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
I go to the grocery store with my hair on top of my head, no makeup, baggy clothes. So I don't think anybody's dying to give me their number when they see me there. Okay? So, if you've got any ideas,
nice car,
toss them my way, because I'm 30 and beginning to think that this whole dying alone thing isn't going to be like a running joke. It's going to be reality. So yeah.
What the hell you talking about? You too late. Not saying you can't get a man too late. I ain't like the other guys that think you done at 30 or whatever the case may be. But you ain't getting no younger, man. And second of all, dying alone is not a thing that's just something. It's not just a thing that's being said. It's something that's going to be happening. You know what I'm saying, to a lot of women, especially the more y'all keep on, you know, just going like sleeping out of y'all league with these guys that will never commit to y'all and they show y'all a good time, y'all get a piece of that good life, and you know what I'm saying, you think that's what you deserve. Oh yeah, you definitely gonna be down alone, because at the end of the day, bro, it's hard for women to go back when she's been up there. You know what I'm saying? Get a taste of that high life. You know, men, we already started off at the bottom, so it don't matter how we go. We fall back down. You know what I'm saying? We cool with it. We can bring ourselves back up. But a woman get a taste of that high life, bro, she's gonna think that's what she deserves. She's gonna think that's what she needs. She's gonna think, I'm not selling it for nothing else. And you know, that's gonna keep a lot of women single, because a lot of women just gotta take care of themselves, because most men don't have the income or the competency to take care of themselves and another woman and kids.
Last night, this person knew why I don't go up to men at the bar. I have literally never been more humbled in my life. So last night, I was at Bodega Canal in Boston, and I saw this guy that I thought was cute, and I was like, okay, out of all of these guys that are here, that's the one I would be like most attracted to, like want to talk to. So naturally, I do nothing about it, and I'm just kind of standing around him and like his little posse, and like, you know, dancing, doing my own thing, like trying to see if we can like catch a glimpse of each other and then fall in love. Like my plan was to do nothing. So simultaneously, he was doing nothing because, you know what, he probably just wasn't Anthony.
Why'd she show us her toothpaste like nobody can get it? Like it's a high item. Oh, look, I'm brushing my teeth.
Let's just be honest. You can also make the Delulu argument that maybe he was just scared. That's kind of like my go-to. I'm always like, no, they're just scared of me. Okay, so we call the Uber, and it's like 5 minutes away. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do something. I'm going to go up to him, say hi, say like, you're cute, what's your number, and just leave it at that, and then, you know, go on. And like, so then it's 1 minute away, and like, I'm doing this right now. He's talking to his friends, like, you know, it was like loud, and then like, they're like talking, and they're like deep in conversation, I guess. I mean, they were like laughing and stuff, so it wasn't like a serious, deep conversation that I was, you know, interrupting. Anyway, I start tapping him. I'm just like,
rude,
with a big ass smile on my face, like big ass smile, just tapping. I've literally never tapped a man in my life. I don't even know if I spoke. Like, if anything, I was like, hi, or like, hey. Like, anyways, this lasted about like 5 whole seconds, which felt like an eternity. The next few seconds happened so fast, I literally just turned to my friends. I was like, we have got to get out of here right now, like before mission. Meanwhile, his friend noticed that I was, you know, trying to get this guy's attention, and so the friend, like, does a little, like, hey, like, you know, I think this girl was trying to talk to you. Like, it was acknowledged that I was trying to get his attention, and the friend and him were looking at me, but by that point, I was sprinting towards the door. I literally basically ding-dong ditched that man, like, that's what it was giving. I don't have a name, I don't have a number, I don't have any information. He didn't have any of my information either, which, like, thank God. But if you and your guy friends were at Bodega Canal last night, and that happened to you, or one of your friends, hey, that was me. Like, maybe he just didn't feel the tapping. I think that's what me and my friends came to the conclusion of. It's just he maybe didn't feel it. Well, like, hello, it's not like you had a double layer pucker on. Like, should I have just, next time, maybe just done, like, one big
Ma'am, you could have just walked up to the guy in his face so he can see you and say, "How you doing?" It's not that hard, man.
Like, what? I was just like shocked.
Ma'am, you go try to criticize him like it's his fault. Maybe he didn't feel you tapping. Maybe you weren't tapping as hard as you thought you were. Don't put it on him. Maybe instead of standing beside him, maybe come up in front of him next time so he can see you. Be confident. You tried. Next time, just be a little bit more assertive and confident and come in front of his face and say, "Hi, my name is..."
All right, YouTube, man. If y'all run across this live, man, go ahead, check it out. Leave a like in the comment. I'm going to end this here. And I'll be back tomorrow, man. Until next time, YouTube.